Hey guys, Katie Lamb here. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 7 digital nomad jobs you can get anywhere around the world while you're traveling. Most of these jobs are beginner friendly, but a few may mean you have to pick up like a few skills, but you can do this really cheaply or even for free. I'm going to detail where you can do this. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscription button below and the notification bell so you know when I put new videos out. I do a lot of videos on making money online, affiliate marketing, and helping people break free from the 9 to 5 to become a digital nomad. If you stay with me to the end, I'm going to show you a couple of expert tips on how you can get your first few new clients. I know at the start when you're breaking into a new industry, it's tough to snag those first clients and start making money online. But I'm going to give you some tips on how to do this if you stay with me till the end. And the first job I wanted to talk about that you can get as a digital nomad is being a virtual assistant. So if you've not heard about this before, it's basically a job that has taken over the job of like a secretary or like a PA, personal assistant, that normally would like look after a business or a person on the ground, like in the business. But now this job can be done virtually. So basically, if you've got like a computer and the internet, you can do the same type of job, be an assistant to a business or a person, but just do it virtually, which is so awesome. This is why it's so perfect to do if you want to be a digital nomad. So what is a virtual assistant? Let's have a look. So Investopedia is talking about being a virtual assistant here. So it's an independent contractor who provides administrative services to clients while operating outside of the client's office. So yeah, it can be all types of things you do for this business or this person. Like I mentioned, you can organize their calendar, make appointments for them, order things for them, keep a schedule for them. But it also means you can look after maybe a smaller business, and you can look after things like helping them with their website, their blog content, social media, their website, and things like this. So virtual assistants have become more prominent as businesses increase their use of the internet for daily operations. Because a virtual assistant is a contractor, a business does not have to provide the same benefits that it would for a full-time employee. This way, it's so beneficial for both parties, whether you're the employer or the person who wants to be the virtual assistant. It's like a win-win situation. The employer doesn't have to pay you things like, doesn't have to pay for an office, a desk, your medical, your transport, things like that. And you as the virtual assistant, you get to work from home or work anywhere you want in the world. So virtual assistant, absolutely awesome job. So let's have a look at some different training courses that you could potentially go on. So this one is like a really well-known one, the VA Handbook. I'm not sure if you've heard about this. So this lady started off being a virtual assistant and now teaches others how to do it themselves. So she has like a paid training thing here, but there's also free stuff. So if you've thought about becoming a virtual assistant or it interests you, have a look at this site, the VA Handbook. You can join the Facebook group. She's got like free courses that you can get started just to see if it's right for you. Get on the mailing list to see what else they've got to offer and read the blog posts. It's got like a whole archive of blog posts where you can read more about what a virtual assistant is. So a great website there for free and like paid training if you just want to have a look at to see more about what a virtual assistant is. This is a really, really popular one. And also on good old Udemy, they have some great virtual assistant courses as well. So go on there, type in virtual assistant and just have a look around. I mean, their courses are so cheap, but it doesn't mean they're bad. I mean, like have a look at the ratings, pick one that is really good. They've got courses for virtual assistants that are like $10, like so cheap, and you get loads of, it tells you how many hours of training you get, how many lectures, what level it's for, what you'll learn, so you can go and have a good look into the course before you commit to it. But it's like $10. That's so cheap. If you're interested in becoming a virtual assistant, definitely get on one of these sites and definitely for like $10 you can do a course, and even if it's not the perfect thing, I mean, you'll learn a few things, and it's like $10 or £8. And I mean, you can be all types of, there's different types of sort of virtual assistant you could be. You could go into like one area more. You don't have to do every single thing. You can specify what you want to do for people. So once you get going a little bit, get a bit of experience, you'll realize what you're sort of good at, and or you might know already, if you're like good at sort of organizing people's blogs or helping out with social media or like planning calendars. They're the things you can focus on to help businesses out. So yeah, they're two places you can get some free training and have a think about what you're good at, what you can help other businesses with. And if you've been like an office worker or worked as a PA for someone else before, then you're already set up to do this type of job. And next I'm going to talk about being a freelance writer. If you want to be a digital nomad or work from home, freelance writing is a great gig to get. Obviously, it helps if you're good at writing or you enjoy writing, but if you do, then there's plenty of work out there. But obviously, it's getting that work that is the tough part. So let's take a look at different ways you can get freelance writing work. So there's plenty of job boards. You do like a simple Google search, and I came up with this one, freelance writing gigs. You can click on writing gigs, blogging, have a look through. They've got like articles on there as well. You can find like online content jobs, editing jobs, blogger jobs, and just go have a look and like make sure you have your CV ready. A lot of them will ask for your CV and have like writing samples as well. So I have my own little, it's just like a really basic freelance writing website. I've had it for years. And another place to be on is like LinkedIn, to show off what you have to do as well. So have like your profile on LinkedIn, have like a little simple website, or if you have a blog, great. And yeah, start applying to stuff on some of these websites. So that's one of them, freelance writing. And also another one I've used before is Blogging Pro. They usually get pretty good jobs on here. So again, you can search by writing jobs, online content editing, and blogger jobs, different stuff like that. And they usually have quite a lot of work on here, but there's a lot of people going for this type of work, so you just have to be aware from that. Like, it's a bit of a law of averages. You have to send out a lot of CVs, just like with any job, and there's no guarantees, of course, and there's going to be a lot of experienced people out there. And another one is problogger.com. They always have like a lot of work on here as well, where you can get usually pretty decently paid work, but you obviously have to search through and have a look. And again, just have a look at each one and see what they're asking for. So this one's a freelance writer for luxury lifestyle websites. Obviously, if you have some experience in that area, even better. And if you can show them samples of having written in that area, like on your blog or on LinkedIn, then you're going to have more of a chance. Always read in detail what the person is asking for, and what they will require you to do. Can you fulfill that? Because this one's research the latest news and trends regarding specific keywords to be provided by us, and write 2 articles per week, 3,000 words each. So be aware of that. Have you got enough time to fulfill that? And then have a look at what they're paying, and like time frames, like turnaround time frames. Can you uphold that? Because there's no point in going for it otherwise. Other ways I've got freelance writing work is by just using good old Google and have a think like who would need a writer. So I use like social media agencies, social media agency, and then you can like type in an area. So I would type in one area, then I'd type in like a sub-district and another sub-district, and all different ones would come up. So London obviously is a big area, but then you can niche it down to social media agency like East London. I'm just doing an example here, and all different ones would come up, and then I would send emails to all of the agencies in these areas. So I'd click on them. I'd go like 1, 2, 3 pages deep in each one sometimes. I'd have like a pre-written like email, and obviously just change it up a little bit after I read their website and what they're what they do, and then they sometimes have like just like a web form. You always go to the obviously the contact area, so don't worry if there's no way to email them. You can contact them through a form. I've got them work this way, so add in your name, email, and then put in your pre-written message. So something like, hi, my name's Katie Lamb, I'm a freelance writer from England or wherever you're from. I've got this experience, I can do this for you. I was just wondering if you needed any other writers or something like that. If you want to do something a bit more personal, if there's like agencies you want to work for, industries you want to work in, then make it more personal, make yourself stand out. But bear in mind, these guys are not necessarily looking for people, but they might need someone you don't know, but the more you stand out, the better. So write them your message, send it off to them, and then go on to the next one, and just aim to send out like sort of 50 to 100 messages a day. I know that sounds a lot, but that's the way to get freelance work. And another way, so what I would do as well, so if there's a specific niche that you can write in, so say, I don't know, say if you're really into, I don't know, say supplements or something like that. So supplements, let's go for East London again and see if anywhere comes up. So what we're looking for like a blog or a website that does this. Say you've got experience in supplements and you want to write about it. So you can Google different sort of companies in your area that sell supplements, because you're looking to see if they've got a blog. So this is what I've done before as well. So I'd go through, I'd find like a company that was in my area, and then I'd click on them. Don't know if that's East London. So just say this one. So you click on their website. Don't know why South Africa is coming up here. England. So London supplements, let's have a look. So these are like the ones on the first page of Google. They're probably gonna have a website, obviously, but they're probably gonna have like a blog as well. But we're looking for the ones that maybe have a blog and they've stopped writing on it, or maybe they don't have a blog. Not all of them will have, and that's where you can come in. You can offer your services as a writer to help them out. So I'm just scrolling down. So you want to look at the top to see if they've got a blog, but sometimes the blog will be detailed down below. So have a look on their the bottom of their website. Have they got anything saying about a blog here? If they haven't, then this is where you could possibly help them out. So I'm just scrolling up again. I can't actually see that these guys have got a blog. So, just having a look here. Can't see anything. So what you could do, you could take their email and you could email them saying, hi, my name's Katie, I'm a freelance writer and I just came across your website. It looks awesome, but I see you haven't got a blog. You know, like having content with keywords in drives a lot more traffic to your website. I was wondering if you'd like me to write some blog posts for you. These are my rates. I could write 1 or 2 for you a week, and you know, we could get you some more results, more people coming to your website. So always think about giving the benefits of what having a blog, having extra content on their website would do for them, and just see what responses you get. There's no guarantees, but maybe it's something they haven't thought about, or maybe they used to have a blog but they got no results, but there's a way in for you there. If they've got a blog that's sort of been idle for a while, or if they haven't got a blog at all, there's a way for you to talk yourself in there to be a writer for them. And another way to make money online as a digital nomad or as a remote worker is teaching English. I'm sure you've heard of this one before. If you're fluent in English or like a native English speaker, it's a great job to get, and one of the best platforms is VIP Kids. You might have heard of it, you might not. This one does require you to have qualifications, either in the form of like a bachelor's degree or like a TEFL certificate, you'd have to go onto their website and apply and to see if you meet the requirements. But it is one of the better paid ones. They pay up to like $22 per hour. Obviously it depends on your experience, but there are others. Don't worry if you don't have qualifications. Another one I found is Cambly, CAMBLY.com, so you can tutor with them. No experience is necessary. You don't need any of the qualifications like you do with VIP Kids, but they usually pay up to sort of like $10.20 per hour, $10 per hour, $10.20. So it's not as much, but if you're got the experience, you're a fluent English speaker, you can work anytime and anywhere, you make your own hours, and you get to chat and hang out with people from around the world and do a bit of tutoring and some extra money just from chatting to people. Why not? And there are other platforms as well if you don't have any experience. One I found here was App Jobs, and they have a list of platforms where you can teach English with no experience or degree. So some of those are Q Kids, Preply, Savvy, Tandem, Udemy, Verbling, italki, Lingoda, and Thumbtack. There are probably others as well, so go do a little bit of research. Don't worry if you haven't got a qualification as such. A lot of them, they will ask you to do like a little sort of test. You'll either have to talk into the camera or do some sort of like English quiz, something like that, and just to make sure you do have a good grasp of the English language, and then you can go on to earn some money as an English teacher. And another way you can make money online as a digital nomad is by being a video editor. So there are loads and loads of freelance jobs you can get as a video editor, and there's loads of different platforms. Doing like simple Google searches, you'll find loads, but some of them that I've come across are Upwork. I'm sure you've heard about them before if you've looked into the freelance world. And you can go onto Upwork, create your own profile, and then you can sort of write in your specialities. So you can see here I've typed in video editing and jobs have come up. So if you tag your profile, you'll get to see different jobs that you could do for video editing, or they have loads of stuff on here for like writing and website design. So anything to do with like working online, you'll find jobs on here. So get yourself a profile on Upwork and have a look through, particularly video editing. You can put like your fixed price, or you'll see that the jobs will have like either a fixed price, or they'll like state that they need like 10 to 30 hours a week. So after you apply, you can sort of say what you're available. If you're traveling, you would only want to do maybe a certain amount of hours. And sometimes you'll have like durations of how much they need your work for as a video editor. So go have a look on Upwork. There's loads of work on there. There is competition, but maybe go on there first. Go start at charging a lower price, and then move up to once you get reviews and testimonials, you can put your price up and start getting some better gigs. And so Upwork is one place to find video editing jobs. Another one is guru.com. So this one you can bid for different jobs, send in your quote, and see how it goes. Obviously there's a lot of competition, but again, the more experience you get, the more likely you're going to get this video editing work and be considered for these jobs. And so on Guru, they will look through, you can check out what they've paid out before, which is good. Check out their profile. Is it a company? Is it just like a single person? What are they charging? And different prices and things like that. So have a good look and go for some different video editing jobs on Guru. And if you've got no experience with video editing, you can practice yourself on your own YouTube channel, but you can also find sites to get sort of cheap or free training, like I've talked about before. Lynda.com is one place where you can get your first month for free and go in, and there's loads of different like training courses on here for video editing and all different types of sort of online jobs. So you can come on here and get some skills, and after that first month, I think it's yeah, 24.98 a month. But even if you can cancel before the first month, just go on there and check out some of the training, go through one of the video editing trainings and get yourself some skills. Another one is free, is Skillshare.com. Skillshare. They have loads of video editing on here, free videos that you can go on and watch and learn from, take notes, and yes, so making animated YouTube videos using Adobe Premiere Pro, video editing with Final Cut Pro. So any software that you're using or any type of editing you want to get into, I'm sure you will find a free video on here. So, and the fifth job you could get as a digital nomad is a web designer. If you have those skills already, awesome. There's loads of sort of like job sites and platforms where you could get jobs. One of them is Workana. So even if you've not maybe done that job before, but you've built your own website, you've got those skills, you can definitely help other people and make money from it. So workana.com, they have lots of sort of website building jobs on here where you can place a bid and see how you go. As you can see, some of them have more bids than others, some are going to pay more than others, but lots of people need help with their website design. That's workana.com. Another one is People Per Hour here. It's similar to the other one I showed you, Guru, and that, and you put your own sort of profile on here, and then you can set your own rates. And you can see this person is said design and develop a fully featured WordPress website, $150. I mean, you can see they've sold 38 already, so not bad. I mean, again, you can start slightly lower and then work your prices up once you get more work and more reviews. And some are going to do the work on here for really cheap, but if you offer quality, you can work your prices up and start to earn really good money from this. Another website is called We Work Remotely. Not sure if you heard of this one. Yeah, they have loads of different remote types of work as well as website design. And again, you can just scroll through. It's like a job board and apply for any jobs that take your fancy. Send in your CV and yeah, just see what they say. They have other remote work on here as well as website design. So if you don't have those skills but you fancy becoming a website designer or upping your skills, again, there's loads of free courses out there, free or super cheap courses. One is Allison.com, awesome website. You can take some free courses and up your skills. So building an online business, e-commerce, 21 days to build a business, how to create your first website, diploma in JavaScript and coding, web page design. You can see there's tons and little mini courses on here that you can go and learn from. Yeah, and another one you might have heard of, if you want to learn to code and possibly build other people's websites, you can learn to code on Dash General Assembly. So this one's been around for a while now. So again, you can take on free online courses that teaches you the basics of web development through projects you can do in your browser. So these are all awesome skills to have. I mean, if you have any interest in this at all, definitely go and take some of these free courses because people need help with this. And another way you can make money online as a digital nomad is a remote customer service representative. Again, there's like millions of jobs online. Doing a little research, you'll easily be able to find work, and if you've got experience in that area, great. If not, there are again places where you can get some free skills or very cheap skills. Some of the platforms, remote.co, they got loads of remote customer service jobs here for different companies. So some will require you to just be typing, do the text chat, some will be on a phone, and some, you could probably do text typing on a phone, just answering people's questions. It obviously helps if you know about the companies. So I mean, if you've had experience with a certain company, go and see if they've got any jobs going or any type of software. Say if you use something like an email automation software, like GetResponse or something. They have like live chat. If you're like really good with that, you could become a customer service representative for GetResponse. Another one I know, I mean, if you're like an Apple user, they need customer service representatives who are like passionate about the Apple brand. And I know a lot of people are, well, they call them at-home advisors. So you can make your passion your profession, genuine homemade support. Yeah, so you can do it from home or while you're traveling, as long as you've got like a laptop and Wi-Fi connection. They give you training. Being part of the Apple team, you also get like paid time away, which is unheard of for a job like this. Normally remote jobs, you wouldn't get any sort of benefits, product discounts and career growth. So it sounds awesome to work for a big company like Apple as a customer service representative. You still get some good benefits. So if you love Apple, you know how to use the Apple products, being a customer service representative or at-home advisor, they're needing people all the time. So they're looking for at-home advisors, at-home team managers, and at-home area managers. So go have a look at Apple. Other places, I was going to look at actually just if you didn't have any experience, there's always ways online. You can find some free training, get some experience. So LinkedIn Learning. So if you're not on LinkedIn, you need to get on LinkedIn, especially if you want to find work online. LinkedIn is free to have your profile, but you can, the learning area, you can get the first month for free, and you can go and take a look at some of the free training. So they have like customer service, serving customers through chat and text training. You can go have a look at that, 38 minutes long, and it's just going to give you an overview of what is expected and different training about what you need to know going for these types of jobs. So serving customers on social media and learning Salesforce, so different things you might need to know as a customer service representative. You can find free training on LinkedIn Learning. And the last job I wanted to talk about that you could do as a digital nomad is becoming an app developer or website developer. Again, like if you've got experience in that, or maybe you've made your own app, or like it's something you've thought about doing, there's loads of extra free training you could get. So you could get like a bit of training behind you if you needed it, but if you've got the skills, that's great. So this website I've found, developer.android.com, loads of sort of free training courses here, from beginner to more advanced. So you can see like Android developer fundamentals, Java, so it's self-paced. You can learn the basics in Android programming and concepts using the Java programming language. You build a variety of apps starting with Hello World and work your way up to apps that schedule jobs, update settings, and use Android architecture components. So each lesson includes a code lab with the solution code in GitHub, concept documentation, and a slide deck. So that's an intermediate one, but they have like advanced ones and ones for beginners, as you can see. So there's no excuse whether you're a beginner or advanced. There's knowledge you can find out there to get more training. And once you've had some training, or if you've got the skills already, a website I found, Stack Overflow, has loads of sort of like app development jobs on their platforms. So as you can see, senior iOS developer, remote, and senior iOS Android front-end engineer, the list goes on. There's tons and tons of jobs. Most of them say remote, which is awesome, and different types of pay structures, so you'd have to go in and look in a little bit more detail. But Stack Overflow is just one website I found. There's going to be loads more, and of course, you know, you could work for businesses independently as well and apply to them independently. There's no need to go on like job boards, but it's just one way. Once you've got that experience, you can go out there and apply for some different app developing or web development jobs. So you took the time to get some skills to give you the chance of getting a remote job while you're working. You might have applied for a few jobs on the job boards that I've shown you, but you're not having any love back. You've not had any luck. So how else can you get remote work even when you've got these skills? There's a few different ways. Don't worry if you don't get work straight away, especially going on the job boards. There's so much competition on there. I know, I've been there looking for work as a freelance writer. I showed you some of the ways I tried to get work as a writer. You can go into Google and just find blogs or websites to work for directly, or social media marketing agencies, any sort of agencies you might think need your help. So you can contact people directly. You can do it that way. You can also think about building up your CV. So if you're trying to break into a new industry where you don't maybe have the experience, think about, that companies are always going to choose the more experienced person over someone who has no experience. So, if you're still working and you've got some money coming, now's the time to maybe do a little bit of free work for someone to build up some testimonials, some reviews, and then you can have that on your CV or on your little website. So contact some companies or small businesses, entrepreneurs, and offer your skills for free, whether that's like website design, freelance writing, whatever it is, whatever is the skill you chose. Go out there and do some work for free. I know it's hard. I know you don't want to work for free. I didn't either, but I used to not take on free work, but I take on really low paid work, and like just to build up my CV and just get some work that you can show people, that you've got experience doing that job that you're trying to get work for. And you could even offer to work for a company for free for a month, and then that there's a very high possibility if they like your work, they'll keep you on afterwards. Or at worst, you can ask them for a testimonial, which you can use then to boost your CV and get more work later on. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you got some value from the video. Drop me a comment below and let me know if you try out any of the remote work that I mentioned. And if you're traveling as a digital nomad, I'd love to hear about it and how you're funding yourself. If you haven't done already, give me a little subscribe and hit that notification bell and the like so more people get to see the video. I hope to see you soon. Bye.